And a very good time of the day to you listening to The Void Show on Active FM, wherever you are in your little place in this holy universe. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, believe you me, towards the end of this show, you would have learned a lot. I couldn't really be so excited today. And my guest today is the special one. He really has become the part of The Void Show family, really. He's my friend, my brother. And I'm so glad to have been his friend. And so today I thought, why not give you this beautiful Christmas gift? And so everything that we're going to be sharing today is going to be your present, right? It's going to be your gift. So you want to make sure that you do not go anywhere away from this. You want to make sure that you don't go anywhere to miss this, because this journey today that we are taking into his life is filled with surprising moments. But you're not going to be shocked by electricity. You're going to be shocked by the mysteries of the universe and some of the things he encountered in his life. And of course, this is The Void Show. My name is Andrew Falati. I am your show host of all the time. Mr. Karabo Mosala, thank you so much for joining us, sir. I mean, this year has been a very difficult year. I hope you're going to be sharing with us what happened in your life. I mean, if you cry, it's just unfortunate that we are at a distance. I mean, I could have bought some wipes here that if you have to cry, just use them. I mean, I hope you have some tissue or wipes near you. That's amazing. That's great. And of course, today we are joined by Karabo Mosala, and we're going to be speaking about his new released book called The Essence of Knowledge, his upcoming life. I mean, he's really a great man, and I think a lot of things have happened in his life. And so you want to make sure that you stay tuned. And right after this, we begin this journey to Karabo's life.
Hey, it's your host with the most coco-licious from True Talk 101, and I want to wish you a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Merry Christmas. Please have a wonderful, wonderful festive season. From us, Active FM and True Talk 101, we love you. Merry Christmas.
Okay, great. So now the time is now where this marks the beginning of this adventurous journey that we are taking into Karabo's life. And believe you me when I say this is your Christmas present. And I've got some beautiful gems in studio today. So you definitely are going to enjoy this show today. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to learn more. And I'm looking forward to see Karabo cry. Hopefully he cries. I mean, if you don't cry, then I don't know what would have happened. But please also make sure that you do send in your questions. We are there on Facebook. Just search Active FM and we'll definitely be speaking about them on our next show. So Karabo, welcome to the show, sir. I mean, I'm not going to be introducing you. I think I've done that quite a lot. You have such an extended resume that it would literally take me the whole day to introduce you.
Yeah, I agree. But thank you so much for having me, man.
It's always a pleasure to have you because, I always emphasize, I mean, nobody knows everything, right? And with these kind of sessions, I believe that I actually had a show a few weeks ago where we spoke about rhymes of the universe. That was the title. And so the point of that show was to say, it's just amazing to see that we have this universe. It's given to us, right? We live in this universe. There are stars, there are planets, there are galaxies, but we do not view the universe the same way, right? We do not view the universe the same way. You are a student, you are doing astrophysics, you're doing astronomy. So to you, the universe might be a problem, right? It might be a nightmare. It might be, you need to solve the mysteries of the universe. To someone, the universe could be, it could be spiritual, right? There are people who see the universe as being a spiritual thing. And to someone, it could be poetry. It could be beauty, right? So, what do you think about that? Maybe just learning and seeing things differently, learning from others. What can you tell us about that?
What I can say is the universe is a very complex and beautiful creation that has ever been made. Although we still don't understand the mere fundamental factors that were there even before it was created, or the fundamental factors that arose after it was created, but all we can say is it's a very pleasant, it's a very beautiful phenomena, it's a very complex and Yeah, all I can say is it's beautiful, and I think each and every human who lives in it should just embrace it to the best of their ability.
Yeah, no, I definitely do think that's amazing. And I mean, I want us to be speaking more about that later on the show, like, how you see the universe and stuff. It's just one impressive thing. And really, how do we explain it, scientifically? Because I think that's what you're more leaning towards too. But I love the fact that you also mentioned that the universe was created, that's amazing. So, let us go way back in time to your upcoming, you're developing, you maturing. How was your life? Like, just tell us a little bit more about your background, your life in general, like from the day you were born. How did you grow up?
I'm from a family of three. I'm the second one in the family. I was born in Free State, Kwatwa, specifically at Marakong. Growing up, everything was perfect. Growing under the protection of the mother that I had, and growing under the umbrella of the family and the house that she tried by all means to maintain. It was just like everything was just rolling. Everything was just rolling. Going to school and learning all these new things. It was just amazing. And yeah, from when I was born until I was 10, everything was just beautiful. Everything was just going perfectly. And the one incident that took place was when I lost my mother in 2009. And that was when everything started to change. I think that's when, for a couple of years, that's when my life took a very bad turn, like moving from one place to another, like always in motion and not having stability, and all the pain from not just losing my mother, but from everything that was happening. I think that's one thing that just changed my life. At first, it changed it in an unpleasant way, but as time went by, which is from 2015 up until now, when I became aware of the kind of world that we're living in, on the kind of reality that we are living in, that's when I started to build this image that I have, this image of Karabo Mosala that each and everyone now knows. And if that one moment didn't happen, and all the other pain that was caused along the way until 2015, I think I wouldn't be here. So I'm just glad that all that happened.
That's amazing. And, I mean, I think you spoke about this even when we were here last time, the passing of your mother. You even dedicated this book to your late mother. And, I'm really sorry to hear that. I think, the passing away of a loved one is never a pleasant thing for anyone to go through. I mean, I know how it feels. And so, yeah. But, I mean, your mother, I mean, I can imagine, that figure of your mother in your life. You were very young at that time. And you're saying that your life changed tremendously and it took a whole new direction after the passing of your mother. And I'd want to believe that you came back because, you came back, you uprised, that's why you are here. But that's not what a lot of us would do, right? Sometimes a passing of a loved one can really take one's life. Some of them can even commit suicide, and it can just really affect them so bad that they now have a distorted picture of this true reality, right? So what was happening in your mind? Why did you want to change, to take this new life that you desire?
It's mainly based on one thing, but then I think that one thing that I'm talking about ranges from one person to the other. If I was there was someone else in the same situations that I've been, they wouldn't have resulted into what I am today.
Yeah.
It would be different. So I think this had to be a fundamental thing that has to do with how a person is and what they really think or imagine their life to turn out to. So I think even from a very young age, I always imagined myself doing these amazing things, or even more. But that incident happened, and then after that, I had to go back and reimagine everything I always wanted to be. So I guess everything that made me come back the way I came back was just that constant reminder that right now I don't have anyone, but I still have this beautiful dream. I still have this beautiful vision about my life.
That's very beautiful. So it was your dream, it was your vision that kept you going, right? That's amazing. You speak about a point in your lifetime where you now started to see, you became aware of the world that you were living in at that time. What did you see? What was happening in the world? What kind of the world did you see?
I think it's not something that's out of the ordinary. The constant control in information that we get, and all these political factors that affect us each and every day.
Yeah.
But me as I am, I don't really put that much attention in the politics, because I believe that we are far from just being safe, political wise. So instead of focusing on everything that affects you in a bad way, just focus on the things that you can change. You can just imagine from a very young boy who was at Free State, and knowing the kind of place Free State is, into going to someone who discovers beautiful things about the universe, who can tell a story, and him just telling that story, only a few can understand. That's just an amazing picture, and to you as the person who's doing that, is just an amazing feeling.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I mean, you speak about telling a story that only a few people can understand. What could it be if not a beautiful gift? That's beautiful. So then you grew up, and at some point in your life, you obviously finished matric, and you pursued studies, right? That fed your curiosity about the mysteries of the universe, right? You wanted to understand the universe much more better. I mean, why? What pursued you? Could you say that the things that you went through in your lifetime contributed somehow to the decision that you've made into this study?
I mean, with regard to the study itself, the answer would be no. But to the overall picture of the things I imagine to bring into the study, then yes.
Oh, that's great. So you spoke about this constant control of information, right? So, and I mean, I was very fortunate to have gotten your just a snip. What do they call it? A Snapchat, or just a peek of your book before it came out, right? So there is somewhere where you also spoke about. It's kind of like, as mankind, we have created a limit to the human intelligence, right? You spoke about that right at the beginning of your book, and now you are mentioning this constant control of information. How can you elaborate more on that? What can you tell us about that?
I think the world that we live in has a lot of limitations, but hence I feel like there's a need, when someone transcends those limits, they need to be admired, they need to be praised, because they are not just doing it for themselves, but then they are setting examples to show that even with the reality, even with the reality that comes with the limitations that we are born into, there's nothing that can limit you. If you wish to achieve something that is way beyond the limit that this reality constraint, you have all the chance, you have all the resources, and you have all the time to achieve it.
No, I think that's true because you are a very good example of that, right? You just told us about where you come from, but you had this dream, you had this vision, and I see you really going there. What's the most big thing that shocks you in this universe?
That shocks me how a phenomena or fundamental rule.
I think. Well, maybe we could say fundamental rules describe a phenomena. So just tell us about the phenomena. Like in your field of study, what's the most weirdest thing, maybe, that you think is one of the biggest mysteries that still needs to be solved?
One of the biggest mysteries, I think, it has to do with the origin of our universe, how it was made, if it was made, and how it came about. Because what we have so far is the fact that when we go back in time to the very beginning point of our universe, we find nothing. We find nothing in such a way that people start to conclude that our universe came from nothing. And with all this information that we are getting, with all these theories that we're getting, if you get to a point where you also get the glimpse of what happened or an idea of what happened, so trying to solve that our universe didn't come from nothing, or even if it came from nothing, what changed that nothing, what ignited that nothing into making this big thing that we call universe.
Do you think the Big Bang is, or maybe let me say, is probably that? Can we be absolute right about how we describe the universe around us?
I don't think so, because if you are a very if you're a person who's into science and you followed its history, at each century, there are a group of scientists who are trying to solve the mystery of the universe. And in each and every of that centuries, at the end of it, or even towards the end of it, they feel like they already understand everything. But if that was true, then that would mean everything in science is absolute, and we know everything. But look at the things that we are confident that we know now. Look how there are new theories that come into picture in each and every century that try to understand and what we find thereafter. For example, with trying to discover our place in the universe. In one century, they were thinking that, we live in a universe and in a solar system that we are in the center. But when everything comes into the picture or when more information comes, then we find out that no, we are not, but then we are just one planet that orbits a larger companion star with even more such places, with even more planets like ours, or even more suns like the ones that we have. So I think in each and every century we get an influx of information such that it changes how we view the universe. So I don't think we are in a place to be absolute, but we can just hope that we are in the path of being absolute. as I said, the universe is a very complex thing, and we are just trying to decode it to the very last end of it.
I think that's great. I mean, I think also a lot of people who misunderstand, or maybe who could have, who think science is just a whole bunch of theories. I think the problem begins with not understanding what science is. Right? If you miss the basics, then you're going to miss the journey, and you obviously miss the destination. I always say that I love it because it evolves, right? We can never really know that we have gotten there, because you see, as you've just explained right now, at some point people thought that the whole universe, we are at the center of the whole universe, right? But now we know that we're not even at the center, or we might be, we don't know. But so I think that's absolutely beautiful. And of course, this is Karabo Mosala joining us today. I'm learning quite a lot, and I really appreciate you for coming, sir. I'm still shocked that you have not cried yet. I don't know why. I'm just kidding. But please do send in your questions. If you have any question, or if you have any thoughts, or maybe what you want to ask Karabo Mosala, please do text us on Active FM 777. We also have a WhatsApp line there. So it's Christmas. This is a beautiful month, and I need to say that I will be giving you a gift, and part of it you've already heard, this amazing story from this young man who's still going to places. And so I'm going to give you this beautiful gem. Karabo, this is also for you, sir, right? For all you've went through, for everything. So please, when you listen to this, make sure that you are relaxed. It's Christmas, and it's Christmas, and yeah, so I'm going to play this song for you, Karabo, and for you who's listening to us. So here's a beautiful gem on Active FM playing on radio. It's a Silent Night. It's a remix. Enjoy. Right after this, we are coming back.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace.
Silent Night, that was a beautiful gem playing on Active FM. It is a radio station, but it is active. I was playing it for you that's listening, and of course for our very special guest today, Karabo Mosala. Thank you so much for still being here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I mean, I did promise that you would have learned pretty much at the end of this show. And I do believe that, I mean, you are, absorbing this knowledge. Learning is important, but you need to remember that learning is not a spectator sport, right? When you want to learn stuff, you're going to have to engage. You're going to have to be active. So be active with us as Active FM is by sending us your questions, by telling us what you think of our story today. This is a special one, just a special edition for your Christmas on Active FM. That is at Active FM 777 Instagram. We have a WhatsApp number line there. Active FM, this is The Void Joy, and I'm Andrew, your show host of all time. Mr. Karabo, thank you so much for still being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's beautiful. To just go back, and I wanted to speak about your book, right? I mean, amazing things that you've done this year. But we cannot deny the fact that this year was a very challenging year, right? To a lot of us. Financially, it was a challenging year. Mentally, it was a challenging year. I believe spiritually as well. It was a very difficult year, right? So in all aspects of life, I believe a lot of people have been affected, right? It just has been a tremendous, difficult year. So this year, something very big happened in your life, right? I mean, do tell us about that, and congratulations, because I know. But do you want to share, or should I tell them? I don't know what you think.
Yeah, like this is one of the things when I look back into this year, I declare my year as amazing, as I said. On the 25th of April this year, I welcomed my firstborn.
Wow. In South Africa, we have what we call ululating. And so I'm just going to allow the editing team to give you a round of applause for that. I would ululate if possible. But here's a big round of applause for you, sir. Please continue.
His name is a boy, and I named him Reabetu. It's Reabetu Isaiah.
Congratulations. I think that's a very, very big thing. It really is a very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a gift, right? And I cannot say anything but just to say congratulations. How is he? I mean, is he going to be an astronomer?
Firstly, it is a very beautiful thing, and I cannot have imagined my life to turn out way better than this. He's just amazing. He's just amazing. Even for how old he is way smart, way smart. At times we even feel like he's way above his time.
How have you and his mother been going? I think you guys have been absolutely amazing. So you're gonna tell us more about her, maybe about that?
Yeah, everything has been amazing.
Yeah.
It goes in all. I couldn't have imagined my life any way better than this. So it's been amazing. Her mother has been amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better partner than her.
That's absolutely great, sir, and more blessings to you. I think you're going far, and yeah, that's amazing. Hopefully, Reabitsi one day will be able to look back in time and listen to this and see what his father kept saying when he was still young, right? So, so let's speak.
Even in the final version of my book, I added something for him in there. So he will not only look back at this interview, but he will also look back into the first thing that I did with my career.
That's amazing. He's gonna go around all school showing his schoolmates that his name is on the book.
I surely hope.
No, that's beautiful, sir. So we've got a few minutes that are left, and let's speak about your book a little bit. I know you divided this book in 3 parts, right? So do you want to tell us more about how you've categorized this book? Like, what do you speak about? I know you speak about flat Earth, right? I mean, right? I know you speak about multiverses. I have it here, the fate of the universe, things like that, black holes. So what do you speak about in general? What's the atmosphere?
In general, this book offers insight from recent work that is done, mostly in cosmology, string cosmology, string theory itself, and I put in the ideas of my own about some of the most fundamental parts of cosmology and or even physics in general. And these ideas of my own stumbles from time travel and traveling between dimensions. That's the overall atmosphere of the book.
No. That's great. So, and you know, I'm still looking forward to finishing to read this book. I think it really is an amazing book. And unfortunately, we have run out of time, sir. I mean, I wanted to speak more. And so, do you want to share anything for the last time, maybe?
Okay. So, throughout at the point that I am in my life, and with everything I went through with this book, all I can say is trying to uncover the secret of the cosmos has been nothing but amazing journey to this point, and not only with my journey, but with each and everyone's journey, it's just an amazing thing. And due to this journey, one can sing a cosmic melody that resonates all fundamental particles, and I can only hope and pray that this is my fate. Chorister and sing this amazing cosmic song, a song that resonates in all dimensions, and in this massive fabric of space-time. We live in the world, and we live in the universe, and we live in a kind of civilization that can do beautiful things. But for us to be able to build these beautiful things, we need people who are willing to transcend each and every limit that this reality sets. So all I can say is, in everything that you put your heart into, make sure that you give it your all, and make sure that you make everything possible to make it a success.
I'm not going to say anything after that. I'm just going to say thank you so much for being with us today. It really means a lot, and you know, I've learned a lot, and I hope you listening, you really have absorbed all the knowledge that you possibly can. And I'm just going to close right now. Karabo Mosala, thank you so much for joining us. All the blessings in your life, your family. I think you're really going far, so all the best.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. Karabo Mosala joining us in studio today, Active FM. We're speaking about the essence of knowledge. Thank you so much for joining us. I really cannot say anything, but I'm just going to close right now. So please do find us on all social media platforms. We are there. Anyone that you can think of, like Reddit, Gab, Pala, just search Active FM. You'll find us. We're there on Instagram, Facebook, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. We're there. Just search us. You'll definitely find us. And so from me, myself, and I, Merry Christmas. And so all the love from Active FM. Take care of yourself. I'll see you again next time, which is next week. And so goodbye.
Active FM. Radio has never been better.